What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Hoops Reference YouTube channel, where I upload at least twice a week, so make sure you subscribe below if you're a new viewer. Today, we're going to be talking about someone who has been snubbed multiple times in the past for an award that he has deserved, and that person is James Harden. In 2015, he was told team success was more important than individual stats. And last season, he was told that averaging a triple-double is more important than being 2 rebounds away from averaging a triple-double and achieving more team success. But this year, he's finally at the happy medium and is ready to be recognized as the most valuable player in the NBA. To start with the basics of how great his season has been thus far, he is averaging 31.4 points per game, which leads the league, 8.9 assists per game, which is third most in the league, 1.8 steals per game, which is 10th most in the league, and his true shooting percentage is 61.8%, which is 12th best in the league and 2nd best among all guards. He's become more well-rounded than ever before and is scoring at not only a higher rate than ever, but a more efficient rate than ever. The addition of Chris Paul to the team has done wonders for his offensive game, as he no longer has to carry the entire load on that end of the floor. When the two are both healthy, they each get each other more open looks than they have ever had in their entire careers. Those two are combining for 17.8 assists per game, and having 2 elite facilitators on the same team has reaped so many rewards for the rest of the team. Getting back to Harden, his 3-point percentage is the highest it has ever been in his entire career at 39.1%, and he's doing it on the most attempts from 3 per game he has ever taken in a season. Typically, when a player increases the volume of a certain shot, the efficiency of that shot goes down, but the exact opposite is happening this year with Harden. You may want to attribute this to Chris Paul's presence and his ability to create more open looks for Harden, which is true, but only to a certain extent. He is shooting a career high on catch-and-shoot threes this year at 41.6%, but these kind of shots only make up 2 of Harden's 10 3-point attempts per game. That means that Harden is still creating 8 3-point attempts for himself per game, and he's knocking them down at a higher rate than ever before. This can only be attributed to working harder than ever in the offseason to improve from deep, and a hunger within him to prove wrong the people that snubbed him from the MVP award twice already in the past. But that's not the only place that Harden has improved. He's also improved immensely as a defender, ever since those days where he would be roasted daily for his play on that end of the floor. According to Synergy Sports, Harden is the 7th best isolation defender in the entire NBA among those who have defended at least 40 possessions in isolation. This means that out of everyone in the league that has actually gotten consistent minutes in their team's rotation, Harden allows the 7th fewest points per possession against isolations. But that's not the only improvement on the defensive end that Harden has made either. Out of everyone who has defended at least 40 post-ups in the league, which includes every starting center and a good amount of reserve big men, James Harden, a guard, ranks number 1 in the NBA in points per possession defended. Yes, you heard me correctly, James Harden is statistically better than every big man in the NBA that gets consistent minutes at defending post-ups. Harden uses his strong base and his muscular body to his advantage, and has proven to be incredibly versatile for the Rockets, who love to use small ball lineups throughout games. It's probably best to keep these numbers in mind next time you think about making a defense joke about Harden. I'm just saying. Now, in terms of team accomplishments, which is always relevant in the MVP discussion, he is currently leading the Rockets to the 2nd best record in the NBA. They are 33-12 and are currently 3 games back from Golden State in the West. But what gives Harden an edge in the MVP race against the candidates from Golden State is that the Rockets went 2-1 against the Warriors in the season series. Not only that, but Harden actually missed the game that the Rockets lost to them, so technically he's undefeated against the best team in the league so far this season. In those 2 games, Harden has been very impressive. On opening night, on the road against the defending champs, with everyone in the building extra amped for the season to begin, Harden brought a win home for his team by putting up 27 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 threes made. Along with that solid stat line, he also had to finish the game without Chris Paul, as he missed most of the fourth quarter due to an injury. He took over the game down the stretch, dissecting the Warriors with stepbacks and needle-threading passes, and got the job done. In the second matchup with the Warriors, which happened recently, he put up 22 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, but what was most memorable was how he closed the game out. In what could be considered his MVP moment, Harden took it upon himself to win this game, and did so single-handedly. With the Rockets up by 3, with a minute left in the game, Harden went up against Curry in isolation. He sized him up, lulled him to sleep with his handle, and knocked down an absolute dagger of a step-back 3 right in Curry's face. Then, to put the nail in the coffin, he timed it perfectly and blocked Curry's 3-point attempt, ending all hopes of a comeback for the Warriors. So, to sum things up, Harden has the numbers on both ends of the floor to be deemed worthy of being MVP, he's got the team success to be deemed worthy of being MVP, and he has the MVP moment people can look back on against fellow MVP candidate Steph Curry. There will be others that will be close to him in the running, like Steph Curry, whose efficiency is out of this world, but as I just went over, Harden has the edge over him. LeBron is producing at a high level despite being 33 years of age, but with the current disarray of the Cavaliers and their recent struggles, he doesn't really have the team success worthy of an MVP. Durant, DeRozan, Butler, Kyrie, and many others are having tremendous seasons, but in the end, none of their resumes match up with Harden's, and it's time we reward Harden with the title that has been so elusive to him throughout his career. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I post new videos at least twice a week, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next video.